Well, that freaking sucks. A loss to Detroit is never a good thing when they're at the bottom of the standings. But I will say that, you know, if you're looking at tonight as another trap game, or even if you see last night as a trap game, I get the meaning that they're against lower teams in the standings. You got to win those games. I get it. You got to win those games if your top priority is winning. And tonight's game is against a bunch of NBA players. In fact, I've made videos talking about how this is one of the best collections in the entire NBA of young superstars in the making, potentially. WELTMAN Stables in Orlando. They got a great young coach and they got a great young team. You'll notice that Bamba did not leave the team suddenly. I think they're still very much invested in their young core and very proud of it. This is a game we can lose tonight. You probably saw on the thumbnail, beware quick wash. That's maybe one of the biggest scouting things I can give you tonight is that Fultz is back in the lineup, and I actually watched their last game. He looks really good. Orlando's looked really good in a lot of their last few games. I watch a lot of Orlando. I love rebuilding teams. So I'm on the pulse of this team. Anyway, let's take a look, because the first thing I want to do is recommend a fantastic podcast that I listened to on YouTube today over at Raptors Republic. So what do I have to hit here? Yeah, here we go. So I'm going to recommend this one. This was the host on this one is a guy I really like, Samson Folk. Shout out Raptors Republic. Do a great job of everything, everyone over there. And I really, in particular, really enjoy Samson's stuff. You can look at my comment in their comments section. I just really am impressed by, he's just got his finger on the Raptors, I think, on what they're doing. And I think I was like Samson, I was like really pissed that we didn't play Precious Achiuwa more, and I was really getting frustrated with all the shots Gary was heaving up. And then I realized that if wins were our top priority, we wouldn't be doing the things we were doing. So I'm gonna recommend that one. Definitely look at the comment I wrote and let me know what you think, guys. Like, should wins be our number one priority? Because look at the situation. Like, here's the standings. Can we really be playing around with tinkering with the lineup? I think there's games left to do it. And in the comments of my last video, I wrote kind of like games in hand and stuff. I was having a conversation with shout out John and shout out James and Eva, I think. Shout out. You guys are awesome. But the bottom line is our schedule is one of the easiest ones for the remaining of the year. So I think Raptors are confident they can still tinker, and I think they're kind of like, what if we have an injury? We want to be prepared for the playoffs. So, you know, we need Kem to be a threat on the floor to score if they give in an open lane. I don't think they're worried about Precious Achiuwa taking opportunities to go and take shots. I think they're trying to get Kem adjusted. They're obviously working Malachi in. We haven't seen them work in Bamba before, but you know, we've seen pretty much everybody on the roster. I'm going to recommend this article. I will link it in the comments. It's talking about what teams have the hardest schedules. It was a great article. And if you're not familiar with Tankathon, Tankathon is a really fun site you should check out. And it has fun things like the NBA Draft Lottery Simulator, where you can see things like, at this point, probably going to give the 18th pick to San Antonio, according to Tankathon. So they have fun things on their site like this. Let's take a look at the Magic really quick. Gary Harris still on the roster at this point. Isaac, Fultz, they've still got some injuries. They're slow bringing back Isaac, but this young team is just incredible. So the guys that are super fun to watch this year are Wendell Carter Jr., Franz Wagner, Markelle Fultz is back. I gotta say, Bamba's still a stud. Cole Anthony's been amazing. I'm interested to see what they do with these interesting kind of unicorn-bodied guys like Chuma Okeke, RJ Hampton, and of course, it's fun to watch Jalen Suggs because he's there too. Anyway, enjoy the game tonight, guys. Remember, there's no such thing as a trap game. These are NBA players, and this particular roster includes some of the best up-and-comers in the NBA. WELTMAN Stables over in Orlando. Remember, it's all about the Larrys. Enjoy the game tonight. Cheers.
This is Chef's Kiss approved. Mwah!